Here we have again 7 Years' War, Kriegsspiel. The 7 Years' War, 1756 to 1763. The game is in development. It is very interesting. I have showcased this in my channel previously. I'm going to leave links in the description. It is made by a single developer. He's very talented. I really like his work, and here we're going to have a look at the new revamped and reworked version of his creation. So there is a lot to cover. There's a complete rework on the graphics. You can see now we have a much more detailed map with better lighting. We have a rework on colors. I can see this is more pleasant to the eye. We can see that the UI has been changed in terms of colors. He has changed a lot of the visuals for these dialogue boxes. This time he changed from the previous one was blue. Now we have dark, which I think it looks 100% better. The titles are gold. We have here the marching troops, which they look fantastic. Evidently, if you zoom in, you're going to see how they disappear, but they are looking beautiful. You can see here. I have something around 1 minute to tell you what is Victor's Wargaming and why you should stay here and subscribe. So, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the best wargaming channel in YouTube. In this channel, I try demos, do videos about turn-based, real-time tactics, real-time strategy, grand strategy, and mill sims.
Impressive.
What are you waiting for? This is the moment for you to subscribe. Let's get on with the video. This is a quick view of what we can expect now with this new version. You can also move this and you're going to see all of these guys walking around. You can hear sounds all over. It is nice. I think the sounds here in the main screen helps to immerse yourself. So here we have the United Kingdom. King of Great Britain is George III, and here we have Hanover. This is the new area. And let's have a look at what is happening here. To protect this position, he allies himself with the Prussians, even though they had been his enemies during the War of the Austrian Succession. The Holy Roman Empire and the Kingdom of France then joined forces in turn. France wants to defend its possessions in North America, and Holy Roman Empire sought to recover the province of Silesia. So this is the whole situation that is happening in the 7 Years' War, and now it's going to give us a focused situation of the area of Hanover. In 1756, the war began in North America and has spread to Europe. Hanoverian army is being raised on the ground, commanded by the king's son, Prince William, Duke of Cumberland. Hesse, Brunswick, and Prussia are to provide support to the army. The French and the Imperial armies intend to invade the Electorate of Hanover. Faced with their numerical superiority, the Duke of Cumberland must first retreat to the capital in Hanover, and he is seeking a better defensive position in the hopes to reinforce his forces with new troops. So as far as I understand, this is going to be a defensive battle. It is completely different because the Prussian battle is an offensive battle that you can actually go and check myself beating that battle. It is a little bit difficult, but I have made a video on that. So there we go. They're going to be faced by the French troops over here. So if we click here, the bulk of the Allied army is regrouping near Hanover. French troops are in pursuit and will attempt to attack our army while it is on the move. You are in command of the rearguard near the village of Bielefeld, and which, mu which must delay the enemy until our last convoy has left the area. Okay, you can see that he has changed here a lot of the visuals. I really like this. We have available specialist here. The buttons look fantastic. It looks more clean. It looks he has raised the quality. That is something of note. Before, this menu was a little bit unresponsive. Now I can see that we can change stuff in here. So let's go ahead and start the mission. Okay, so here we are. This is Bielefeld, and we are to defend ourselves from the encampment and the troops of the French in here. Apparently, I don't know if these are just provisional flags, because they don't look like the French flags of the time. I think that they are just placeholders for the moment. And in here we have these troops. So here we use regiments. These are the regiments. Now, in this time period, the regiments were usually 600 men, and they were comprised of companies. Companies, if I remember correctly, were made of 60 men, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So here we have our troops and the enemy troops. We have much more troops, and it says hold the positions at Brackwade in here, in Graben, and in Senne until further notice. This will ensure that the enemy cannot reach the city of Bielefeld or the rear of our convoy. So those are the instructions. This is good, and this is fantastic, because it's the first time that he's going to show us another faction apart from the Austrians and the Prussians. And here we have the British and the French fighting in Europe. So I'm going to zoom in. Now the zoom, I think I like the zoom because it's not so fast. By the way, you can move with WSAD, but if you hold shift, you're going to move faster. Let's see, let's zoom in. We can see the time here, they won 8:20, but it doesn't say anything about time limits. So you can see how the lightning now looks fantastic. I really like the looks of the woodland, and the rivers look beautiful. Let me show you here. I'm going to zoom in here. There we go. But I want to see another angle here. There you go. So he has revamped and reworked everything here, as you can see. You can already hear, let me go and get near the troops, so we can see the details of the troops, and you can hear, I'm going to hit play, you can hear the sound of their drums. They're getting here information. He has added a lot of visual improvements, as we discussed before. We can see here this is beautiful. It's looking fantastic. I'm going to make a video about the aesthetics. It is looking good. I like, as I mentioned before in one of my previous videos, I like when wargames have this type of trees. This 2D art looks fantastic. So at the end of the day, as you can see, and also I mentioned this in most of my videos, if you have too much detail, it's not necessary in wargames. Look at this, they look beautiful, and they also touch their faces. They move and wave the flag. They look great. I think they look beautiful. So we are going to stay like this. I'm going to see the British commander. If you double click, I'm pretty sure that the developer is going to watch this video. One suggestion that I have is, are you new to the channel? Here you get historical content, guides to play better, analysis of awesome stuff, super engaging stories. Are you aware of what you are missing already? You won't regret it. Hit that subscribe button now. One suggestion that I have to the developer is, when you double click the card, it only shows you where the unit is. But I will suggest to him that if it will be much better if you double click and the camera moves to the position of that particular unit. And here we see reworked unit card. Not only unit cards look cleaner, but this dialogue here looks fantastic, because now we have a bar that says supplies, morale, physical fitness, and fight readiness, which is basically everything that comprised the combat system in here. Let's remember that in here we have, they are not moving. This is another thing, wait a second. But I was about to say that let's remember that here we have a very unique and unusual way of sending orders. This is not automatic orders like any other RTS, or, you know, this is a little bit hardcore. And I would say it is a hardcore Kriegsspiel, which I think it's phenomenal, in which the orders are sent by couriers. Okay, couriers are going to move from one point to the other. And for example, I'm going to click this one. This is the 20th Regiment of the British. Each of the regiments have different flags, as you can see. I like the fact that when you choose them, when you select them, you have the border of the selection changed to red. But as I was saying, if you move this guy here and you send them to move here, then they are not immediately going to move, but the general will send a courier saying move, and they're going to move, like in Strategos. I have seen that in Strategos as well. So they are not moving. This is something interesting. If you click here, you're going to see the lines of, these are the supply lines. That's what he calls it. And this is where our supplies come from this encampment to the troops. So if you have, let me show you very quickly. If you have here supplies and the time goes on, you can see time goes very, very slow. I think he reduced the speed of the time, which is fantastic. In real time, it looks fantastic, because you really want to take time in here. You don't want if you want to play something quick, something that you don't have to wait, go ahead and play an RTS. This is a classical style war game that requires a lot of strategy, a lot of thinking ahead, and a lot of patience. So as I was saying about this, what he has done here is the following. So you have the encampment and you have different areas. You can see these flags, the red flags I'm saying, have this symbol of wheat. This means they are pulling supplies from here. So they pull supplies to the encampment. the 3 areas here, and then the encampment sends supplies to the troops, basically. If I missed something, I would be more than happy to hear about what I have missed from the developer, and I think I have grasped the idea of supplies at least slightly good. So we're still waiting. You can see that they look like very transparent. Let me get close so you can see. They look transparent because we haven't got any information about their movements. I'm going to go for slightly faster. Let's see. There you go. So at this point, we see the new messages. So you click here and it says Cornwallis. The 34th Regiment is standing not far from Gaben. Okay. So let's see. 34th Regiment. There you go. And here comes the report. Let's see. Let's wait for the report. I don't think the report is going to tell us anything about these guys because I'm just waiting for this report to come. So it says that the 20th Regiment of Conway is keeping its position. Good. Every now and then, also the regiments will send reports to the commander. So that's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is, you can see that it is very important. Let me see. This is the Hussar Battalion. Okay. It is very important to maintain in this defensive level this area of Graben, because from here is where we received all of the supplies. So we cannot lose this. So as I said, every now and then troops will send their reports. I'm going to take the not the Hussars, these are dragoons. The dragoons, I'm going to send them here, so I'm going to show you very quickly how this works. For those that don't know, this is the report from here. So now we have the reports here. I'm just going to click here and take them out. And let's take the dragoons and send them near this river, because I'm going to press V. V is the fog of war. Okay. The fog of war has been reworked as well. I love the sepia color. It's fantastic. I love the sepia color. Before it was gray. So I can see how he has done a lot of work here. He has improved this thing a lot. So kudos to the developer. I think he's doing a fantastic work in here, because if you compare these from what we had before, there's been a huge leap in improvement here. Fantastic. So I'm going to send this guy here. Let's go and send them here. So you can see that they are grayed out. Possibly at this point they would have moved. But let's see. Move to this point and you can click here. Walk or running increase the speed but decrease the physical fitness. Let's move here very quickly. And you can see how the general here sends the order and they're going to move. Let's move very quickly so we can see further, and then they can send the report. So we can take out the fog of war of this area. There we go. So now they send the report. Now take note on what is happening here. These guys just arrived in here, and now we don't know. These guys are still like transparent. We don't know yet what is happening. If you click him, this is the beauty about this one. If you click him, you can see that the fog of war here is uncovered. But if you click the general, he doesn't know about the situation. So we're going to receive, first we received information about the horse regiment. And now, let's see, we received the information that they're maintaining their position, because that's another thing. There could be something that we don't know as of yet, and then there could be a disruption here, and we don't know about it. Now we can click here and says that these guys have advanced. We still don't know what is happening. Okay, well, actually it says that at 9:17 a.m. The 7 dragoons advance. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So we can see now that there you go. We can see dragoons, or this could be patrols of the enemy, and we see them here. And now the general also sees them, but they have stopped in here. Okay. Okay, after some minutes have passed. I just paused and unpaused the recording, and we can see another battalion, cavalry battalion, moving here. This thing here, this battalion, can't be seen by these. I'm going to zoom out. It can be seen by this regiment. Okay, this regiment is full strength, is 600, which is the amount of troops that a regiment had in the time. This one is not. This one is 400. However, you can see that you can press L for the lines. Okay, so for some reason, there's a problem here, because I just restarted. Why did I did this is because when these guys approach here for some reason, and that the other patrols appear here, like automatically it says that this is the first time that I tried this. I don't know if it's a bug or something, because it always says that my lines have been that I have lost the center for some reason. So something like that, something around those lines. So if I send, let's see, I'm going to go to grab this guy here, send this guy and defend the point. And I'm going to bring this one here.
Aye, sir.
And send this one here.
You may depend upon it, sir.
So let's see what happens. Sending one guy to defend the area. Again, I need to defend this area. I just misclicked. There's going to be sent another guy here. Then we wait here for the report. Let's see. Let's advance slightly here and defend.
Done, sir.
There we go. We received all of the information. These guys are moving. Now, something interesting here. You can see that these guys have this shield in here. This let me zoom in here. This shield that appears above the unit means that, let me just close this. Means that they are in a defensive position. So let's wait. Let's see if we receive again the same. There we go. So this is the area that we have to defend, right? There's no one to be seen in here. Perhaps it is going to be good to bring these guys here, defending Gaben.
Aye, sir.
And these guys down here defending the city itself.
Done, sir.
Let's, oh, there we go. That's the thing. That's the problem. So now I realized that the problem was that I don't know if they are running away, but now we see this is 9:36 a.m. Now we see that. Where is Gaben? Gaben is here, right? So these guys are going to be sent down here. This guy was trying to see what was happening with us in here. We still have all of the information about the strength of this battalion, which is fantastic. They are coming down here. These guys are moving down to Billfield, and these guys are covered in here. So yeah, that was the problem. Now let's wait for any attack or any movement that they would do. Here comes the... Now, this is the fantastic thing, and this is where I say this Kriegsspiel is amazing. You saw that this... What is this? A Hussar battalion? It's a cavalry battalion, you can see. Here, if I click it, I can see what he can seize for some reason. But if I click this one, we have lost contact. We don't know what have happened here, and we haven't received any reports from these guys, and that's the reason we don't know what happened here. It could be that this one here that we're seeing from this point of view, let me just zoom in so I can show you why the general can see. So in this field, this English general can see those horses in the horizon. Let's see if it's possible to see them. Somewhere around there, right? There must be somewhere around. Somewhere around here. Here, right? So they can see movement through the fog here, which is interesting. Okay. By the way, you can press X and Z to go up and down. You use the middle scroll button to rotate. There we go. There's movement here. We can see movement. I think he's going to Brakved, and here we see these guys marching here through the river. Let's zoom in and see them. So amazing. You can see them from here. So amazing, so beautiful. The looks of this is... This thing is looking amazing. That's the city. I like that he reduced he reduced the speed of their movement. This is more realistic, and I like that the time goes very, very slow in normal. Wow, he has improved this. This is looking beautiful. There he goes. Now we could intercept this guy, but we won't, because we want to maintain this guy here and defend the area. Another report has been sent to our general in here. So apparently they are not moving here. Ah, there we go. This is the report from the 34th Regiment, and it says here report 34. Let's wait a little bit so we can see what is happening. Let us get the report of the 34th Regiment. Boom. So now we know that we have some of them, they are still alive. Half of the regiment is now on the woods, and the other one is defending here. So it's fantastic. The good thing about the woods is that they can also hide in the woods and ambush them and do stuff like that. So we got the report here. We got the... Where are the other troops? Let's zoom in here. What happened with these troops? Oh, what an interesting thing. What happened with these troops? What is going on? Let me send this guy here. Avoid
It shall
the
be
enemy.
done, sir.
Okay, sending here the order. There we go. The report. Ooh, no. There comes the report. So let's send this guys again in here.
It shall be done, sir.
Okay, there we go. Now we have the report. I was afraid that something happened to them, and what I love about this is that you said. What I love about this is that when I was freaking out, it was because it was saying here 0, and I was, what the hell happened with that regiment? Did I lost a freaking regiment? Regiment is keeping its position not far from Balefield. Some of our battalions are slightly tired, and you can see here. What is the battalion that is tired? I don't even see it. So here comes the report from the camp. Fantastic. As soon as I move, you saw here, something's happening here. Now, as soon as I move, I will send this guy here.
You may depend upon it, sir.
Send this guy. And I think he has this shield because he's on the field. I don't know if that's the reason. I will maintain this guy here. Now, you can see that, let me see, the line here this is the supply line that is sending supplies to these guys that are like away from the camp, getting them to, these are like patrols that are constantly reporting back to their encampment, and supplies are now being sent. You can see that supplies are now being used by these enemy unit, and we soon will have to get some supplies as well. There they go. Another report. So all the reports are coming and going. You can see a movement here. There you go. Now there is a battle here, as you can see. We have lost, let's pause here. We have lost 5 and they have lost 12. There is a battle in between these two cavalry, and apparently this cavalry is going to join them. You can see that there is a skirmish here in between both regiments. Zoom out. They decided to go away, so we defeated them. And yeah, this guy, let me explain here something quickly. This guy has a very good physical fitness, but now the morale is down. We, on the other hand, maintained our morale. So I think now that we know that they are sending some troops in here, we are to send these troops. And this is like, we already know this because we have reports and we can see from here. So we're going to send the report to grab the full regiment here, send them here and say, avoid, defend the point. Sending this guy here, and there we go. Fantastic. We have defeated this guy, which is fantastic, and now there is going to be a skirmish in between these two guys. Another thing that the developer has added is that you're going to see numbers going up in here. This is going to show us how many of these troops are going to be killed for each volley. And then he goes and charges here with his sword, which is fantastic. You can see that they decided to charge. They lost 7 in this volley fire. And now when they clash, they are going to start losing more troops. Definitely, we're losing 13. Continuing the skirmish here, and they routed us. Sadly, they routed us. They were about to rout, but you see here the morale, it was not enough. We lost all of the morale. However, they have lost a little bit more troops than us. So now they come, here comes the attack. We should be moving there, and we have someone infiltrated here. As you can see, we don't have enough troops, and we are very, very spread. So we will have to defend this area. So if I click this, and I say attack this area, they're going to attack either way, you can see. So they start attacking. There we go. Zoom in. Now facing is not so important here. They're charging against us, but they just routed. Facing is not so important. This is more abstracted, I think. As far as I understand, here they come. There's another guy attacking us from that direction. So I will have to defend this area. Let me try to get this guy's back. So you click this thing here. And then these guys should regain their morale. So I'm going to attack here. So attack enemies around here. And you can see how this regiment, they lost a little bit of troops here, but they manage. So here they come. The whole troops coming here. So I will have to send then troops from here to here. We don't want to... They have 26. They have... This guy's over here. They have 2. No, two enemy battalions. Okay, let's bring them back.
Aye, sir.
To defend this position, but they are not going to do it. There is going to be a battle here. Skirmish. Let's see. Because they don't know about my order, they are still proceeding with the previous order. Okay? Okay, we lost a lot of troops. Sadly, we cannot say, hey, go back. No, we cannot. But they have a very good morale in here. Here, with this button, you can see the areas that the general will affect and the areas that the other units are affecting, so to speak. They are doing well. The morale is high. So we are... Let me try to... Let's try to attack here. No, we're going to stay there. We're staying there. These guys still have morale. And we lost contact with this. Okay. Let's see. There are a lot of troops here, so we lost contact with this. Let's move this fast. Okay, now it starts the defense. And these guys are ready to run away. I will push I don't want to move these guys from here because I don't want them to lose. I could do that. I will risk it. So I'm going to do this fast.
It shall be done, sir.
Let's do it. Send it. Send a courier here. Yeah. We're doing it. Okay, now we don't need them. Let's see. Okay, we don't need them. So what we're going to do, we have lost contact about them. We don't know what happened to these guys. So these guys will stay here, defend this position.
You may depend upon it, sir.
Send the order. I think we're doing fantastic. Here they come. These are the supplies. They are coming from the encampment. Good. So it says here, the 44th Regiment is fighting to reach its target position not far from Graben, but we cancelled that. And we defeated hundreds of enemies. However, we have suffered a dozen of casualties. Again, our report from here. There's still let's see, it still says this will ensure hold the positions and until further noticed. So there are no other I think we lost that regiment of hussars. We are waiting for new orders, and apparently we have to wait. We have defeated them. There you go. And now it says, pull back your front line. Pull the front line back to the village of Dornberg. Where's Dornberg? Here. An allied regiment has been sent to you near Bielefeld. It has started to rain. Troops on the move will tire more quickly and firearms will be less effective. Take up positions in locations that are easy to defend and hold your ground until tonight. So those are the new orders. We still have 1,894. I think we have been granted this regiment. These are infantry. These are what... now it's raining, and this is another thing. You can see how beautiful this is because now we have weather effects. So now we are at 1 p.m. and we have a very, very grim situation happening here. So we have to pull back. So I will think that first we're going to grab these guys, send them here quickly. Avoid and defend this position. Grab this, send them here.
It shall be done,
Move.
sir.
And with this, send the order here.
Aye, sir.
So we send all of these couriers to bring them and consolidate our forces here. Let's wait for them. Once we have all of our troops here, we grab all and we send all of them here. There we go. Here we have the von Bochum, the 3rd Regiment of Infantry, skipping its position near Bielefeld. Let's wait for this. Look at this. These guys are tired. The fighting readiness of these troops is 0. The physical fitness is not good. So we will have to wait. We are all a bit tired. Wow. This game is looking fantastic. So we're just going to wait for these guys to not be tired. This is the one that we need to wait. So you can see as they stop, the physical fitness continues to go up. And now we have enemies here. So I'm going to, sadly we lost this, I think we lost them. They were all killed. So in this, because we know that they are coming here, this is not so powerful, so I'm going to send this here. Quickly avoid
done,
and defend
sir.
the enemy and defend the area. So now we grab all of this and we are retreating here. Let's go. We're going to defend in here. Wait, what happened? What happened here? Because it says take positions. Hold the front line back to the villages. Okay, let's send both of these. Come on. Why you are not moving?
Aye, sir.
It was not supposed to be like this, right? Because the general is not here, we don't know what is happening. Fighting to reach its target position. I think there's a fight in here, but we don't know anything about this. We're unaware of the situation. The regiment is now moving, so we see them slightly like this. We know that they gained the position here. They are very tired, as you can see, and I think that now it's time for us to wait for the reports in here. Yeah, they are winning. These troops are, at least we know slightly what is happening here. We have defense. Here we have the help of walls, the defensive bonus and the movement speed, stuff like that. We see that these guys are running away. Okay. We see that the troops here are a little bit in a problematic situation, so now we send them here.
You may depend upon it, sir.
One courier will come here and say, come on, pull back. Pull back.
It shall be done, sir.
Let's do it. We're at 4 p.m. I think we're managing. You managed to stop the enemy at your first line of defense, but the French were able to break through the second. You should have kept Dornberg and Bielefeld and Balk. Now nothing can stop them from attacking our convoy. Mission over. Okay. So, yeah, this is... apparently, I think that we failed because we didn't stop them here. So... we lost, but it was very, very fun. So here we have the new UI, the new main screen interface. Before, it was not possible to do anything, or at least it was possible, but it was very clunky. But now you can click here in options and you can see you can load. These are the default saves for the game. You can change the main volume, the sounds, the music you can disable. You can change the resolution. You can say if you want it windowed or full screen. So, much better. This is the changelog. Corrected wrong behavior. This is for the... this was like half a month before this recording. Corrected wrong behavior when computer recons and attacks. Removed strange graphic bugs when general is lost. Rebalanced. Removed artillery from Bielefeld mission. This is the new mission. He's talking about the new mission. We have a new mission that we are going to actually play in this video. So here we have the campaigns. First campaign was the Prussia, 1756. This was the first campaign that was available, and he now gave us United Kingdom campaign. Holy Roman Empire is unavailable yet, and the France of the overseas also is unavailable. There's been a lot of stuff in here, so we will have to cover a lot of the new things that have happened here. So if you start a new game, you can see here in Prussia, we will see the new looks of the map, which is looking very nice. I can see that these small soldiers, they look fantastic, but I think that they need a little bit better lighting. This is again a work in progress, so we will have to be patient, because now this thing is looking completely different from what it was before, and it's looking fantastic. So in here you have two options. You have the option for the tutorial. The UI has been optimized, and also the game has been optimized in a lot of ways. It is more responsive. You have Dresden here, and you have the tutorial here. It is more responsive. It looks beautiful. I will be playing this more slowly to be able to get a victory, but so far it's looking so fantastic. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun here with these new updates for Kriegsspiel, and I think that the game is looking beautiful. He is working very hard in this thing, and I think that it has a lot of promise. It will, and it could become one of the greatest Kriegsspiel wargames of the 18th century on the market. I see the potential in this. I see how this thing is looking so amazing. All of the mechanics here and all of the concepts are so on spot for someone that loves to plan, someone that loves to think ahead, and someone that loves to have a more realistic logistics, more realistic line of communication, especially in the 18th century. There's no other thing that I know that have recreated the courier system in the 18th century. A digital Kriegsspiel that does that. There is another one, but I'm not talking about Strategos. Strategos is ancient warfare. Okay, so this was the revisit of Kriegsspiel 7 Years War. Judge yourself and let me know in the comments what do you think so far. This was Victus. See you in the next one.